right, everyone. Welcome back. We're just ending off August here, about to go to sleep so we can wake up and start a brand new day and a brand new episode. I'm kind of excited. Episode 1 just went live and it's complete garbage. It's hot garbage, but it's my hot garbage, like I don't even care. Oh, it's raining. Oh, we got to make a run from the tent. We gotta get in here. Oh, that's nice. I'm so glad we got this. I love the Lambo. Do a little Instagram pose. Is this what the kids do these days? Little little little, little Instagram pose on the Lambo. Okay. Good thing we got the canola in out of the rain though. That's good. So, I just took a look at our bank account in the top right corner. We took a hit. Oh, we took a big hit. Ooh, let me look at the finances here and see. So, new vehicle. There's our vehicle payment. Oh, for September. If you look over on the right here, we're under September now. 32K. That's for the Lambo. So that's payment 2 because we made a payment when we first got it, which was August. Let's see what else. Did we lose any other money? The loan interest hasn't been taken out yet. That's interesting. I thought that would have came out, but at least we know how much it is now. So the loan interest on that $1 million that Grandpa settled us with and stuck us with, it's about a little over 3,300. So if you count that plus the price of the Lambo, that means we got to make about just over 35K every month just to stay out of debt. But the thing about that is we still don't have any equipment really. I mean, we got the Lambo and we got this little trailer, but we don't have plows, we don't have cultivators, we don't have seeders, planters, harvesters, we don't have a combine, we don't have rollers, we don't have, weed eaters and fertilizer sprayers and lime spreaders, and we're missing a lot of stuff. And so we're gonna have to work extra hard on these contracts. So we're gonna go in here and look at some of these contracts. It's gonna be a lot of contracts at first because we also, now to mention it, we don't even own any land to work once we start buying some stuff. We're gonna have to figure out a good cheap plot of land to work for, which actually isn't a bad idea. I'd like to get something close to the farm or the farming hub. How much is this one? So this one's 75K. We're not too far off. Let's visit this. This is right across the street here. So there's our farming hub. This one's got green beans that are ready to harvest. So we'd have to rent a green bean harvester. Is that a 2-person job? Oh, let me look at the green bean harvesters. And we'll look at the discounts too. But I think the green bean harvesters might be a 2-person. I think this is one of those. No, I think this is like the peas. So this will harvest the green beans and store it in this back here in this hopper, and then when it's full, it'll unload to the side. I was thinking it was more like the carrot harvester, which the carrot harvester doesn't have storage on the vehicle. You have to drive alongside it the whole time for it to harvest. Oh, but what's the rental cost? 25 grand to rent this? I don't even know if we can make 25 grand off of the harvest. How many acres is this? It's only a 1.04 hectare land. Oh, what a green beans going for price wise? Is this even like a viable option to even like make money off these green beans? Okay, well, green beans are just below peak, but 2.2 is the highest. That means we'd have to, oh my god, we'd have to harvest like 25,000 liters, and I just don't. Let's see. Potential harvest quality is only 11,500 at about $2,000 a piece. That's like, I think we would just make the 25K to rent the harvester back. Yeah, we'd pretty much just be able to pay that off. So it'd be an even like 1-to-1 if we rented the green bean harvester and harvested this. So there isn't much profit, but it does give us land to start working towards in the future. What's this next plot run for? Oh god, no, we can't afford 260K. So we have the day to think about this one to see if we want, or we can potentially wait, see if the owner who owns this, Noah, see if Noah wants to plant something else. Because right now there's no money in it for us. It would just be a lot of work for a zero net gain, but we would be able to get the land. We're still about $6,000 cheap from that. So let's look at contracts. Ramp. Morning, everybody, and welcome back. So this morning has been an interesting one here on the old debt challenge. You know, taking over Grandpa's farm, getting saddled with all that debt. This morning, I've had two pieces of terrible news as we wake up and start a new month here, our second month in year one, September. So I didn't realize it, but the last contract I did last night at the end of the last episode, something I guess in the save, or maybe I just forgot. I'll have to go back and look at the recording, but I didn't collect it. And then when I moved on from August to September and slept, I lost that contract. It expired even though I had completed it, apparently because I didn't collect it. So that was about $23,000 that we lost out on. Which hurts this early in the game because that was a big contract that took me a long time to cultivate that field. So that person hustled me. They got a fully cultivated field and didn't have to pay me. But then another problem just happened, and it's a problem with the Lambo here. I have just realized, because I started a contract to cultivate a field, and I couldn't get the GPS lines to pull up on the Lambo. So then I was like, okay, I started looking through my controls. I started looking through settings. I started Googling answers, trying to figure it out. And then I was like, all right, maybe we'll close the game and reload it. Then I'll try a different contract. So I have an AI worker on another field over here doing a fertilizing contract. I originally tried to do it with the Lambo, but I couldn't activate the AI worker. I couldn't get it to, oh god, I'm stuck in the tire. I couldn't get the lines to pull up. I couldn't figure out what was going on. So I was like, is it a problem with the Lambo? So that's when I took the borrowed tractor and equipment, and I brought the borrowed tractor over, hooked it up to the fertilizer and everything, and instantly it showed me both activating lines and AI worker. So it seems that the Lamborghini is not compatible with the GPS in 2025. Oh, God, I was so excited to use this thing, and I have to freehand it with my finger painting ass to try and figure out how to do lines in these fields. Man, I love the GPS system in 2025 so much because it's so easy to just activate and hit cruise control and go, which makes sense now because last night I was doing a mowing contract in the Lambo and I couldn't activate the lines. So I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe it's just something up with this contract, and I ignored it and I just freehanded that shit. I Picasso'd that bitch and got it done. And now I now know it's because the GPS doesn't work on the Lambo. And the AI workers won't drive the Lambo either. Like, the AI workers refused to drive this beautiful tractor of mine. So I essentially kind of have a useless tractor, which means as much as I love this thing, I'm new school, farmer. I like my tech, man. I like my GPS lines. I think it means I have to sell the Lambo, and I can keep it and just use it to like pull trailers and do some other yard work and do other things, but it can't really do any of the field work. I think I need to look at options. Let me see how can I even sell it? I can sell it, but I don't know how much of this I'll actually get. I don't know if part of this will still come out of the payment options or if I get this money back. I don't know, but I gotta do it. So I did get the money, but I've only made 2 payments on this. Since I've only made 2 payments, but I just got all that. I wonder should I just go in and take that money out? Like, all right, everybody. I talked with the bank and we calculated the 4 remaining payments, which were about 32,000 a piece. So those 4 remaining payments came out to about 128K. So we did have to pay off those remaining payments. If there's any issues, I'll clear it up off screen. But now we're left without a tractor, and yeah, I think it's kind of, I was laughing about it as I was kind of like looking at this. It's kind of ironic in a way, like, and it's funny. I bought the Lambo because I liked it. I thought it was cool, but I was inspired by Jeremy Clarkson to buy it. And then he's bought 2 Lambos and they've both had problems, like constantly breaking on them and issues and stuff. And then I go and buy a Lambo and I have problems with mine too. The GPS won't activate and stuff and I can't get it to work. And I'm just like, the fucking irony, right? Like, so now we gotta go shopping for a new tractor. Let's check out the used sale. No shot this is still in here. This is the one I was talking about yesterday or last month that I was like, this would be a great starter tractor. And if I buy it as is, we have just enough to just like buy it outright. How many hours does this have on it? 21.9. It's not terrible. It's pretty, I mean, it's not as low as like 10K, but it's given us a 52% discount for this. I think this is going to be our tractor, but we have enough to buy it. So let's go grab our new tractor. I mean, luckily we live right by the shop because we don't have a truck anymore. We don't have anything to get us over here. And here's our new to me tractor. Oh, man, that's kind of funny too. I'm glad this was still in the sale and we had just enough after the Lambo return. We had a little bit of equity after making a couple payments into the Lambo. So we had just enough equity. Man, it would be great if we would actually were able to complete that contract last night. But let's hop in this thing. Let's check it out. Oh, it doesn't have the rotating beacons. It's got the LED flashers, but it's all right. It's got a million lights on it, just like the Lambo. I think we're going to be happy with this. Once we start making a little bit of money, we'll be able to upgrade the engine. We'll be able to throw the crop sensor on. If we find out we need the wide tires over the mediums with the weights and get the wides with the weights, that's cool. Plus, we can actually I already see activate AI worker and mode and stuff in the top left. So this one's going to be compatible with all the GPS systems. So let's go in here to contract work. Let's start making some money because right now we don't even have enough to make our loan payment for this month, which is going to be the $3,300. So right, we made it. God, that was brutal of a drive. 7 miles an hour, like the whole way. You know what I was thinking about on the drive over, though? I think because we're in so much debt and dire straits for money, I think a good option might be to potentially sell the canola early. I know we were holding on for it for a couple months to make a couple extra grand, but I think we're in such dire straits after the Lambo debacle and spending all of our money, and we got stiffed on that contract last night. I I I think that's going to be our best option, is to sell the canola early, make a little bit of extra money. Hopefully some better contracts pop up, because if not, we're in trouble there. If we can't find any good contracts, and then get going, because currently we don't even have enough to pay for our loan interest next month, so we're gonna have to figure something out. But we don't have to worry about the Lambo payments anymore. You know, we own the class outright. It would be Grandpa. This dude has been hustling us since the beginning. Remove the weeds in the field by spraying it with herbicide. Progress 0%. There's nothing I can do. I gotta cancel the job. Wait. Nope, turn off sprayer. I should at least try and sell the remainder of the herbicide. Maybe, or at least store it. I'm going to take it back to the farm, store it in the garage, and then cancel this contract. But it would be Grandpa. It would be Grandpa. Of all people, it would be him. And he's got more farms. What, he had this farm listed, in his offshore account, He's got an LLC from, oh God, rock. This dude, he's got a shell company, He's hiding assets. And he saddled us with the debt because we took over the family farm, but he's got backup farmland. And then he's trying to hustle us into doing the work, but it's not showing us completed. So he's hustling us too. I sprayed over half that field, but none of it said completed. I'm telling you, I don't like this Grandpa. So I lost $400 for renting the equipment. I lost half this, tank of herbicide, which was $2,400. So there's another $1,000. I'm out like somewhere between like $1,200 and $1,400. Gramps is hustling us. And you know what's crazy too is I purposely didn't get the front loader on the Lambo when I bought it, because I didn't want to fall into pallet hell. But now we got stuff like herbicide sitting around. I'm gonna need something with a front loader or some forks, or a forklift, or a telehandler, something to move these around. It's a nightmare, man. It's a nightmare. Now I gotta look at contracts again and see if I can find something.
So I will never be doing green beans again. That took forever. I mean, we made about, I think the job paid like 22,000 or something like that, and then we made about 5 or 6K in some of the excess harvest and everything, which was cool. But like the time and effort it took to put like to do that field, never again. No. Um, I did a couple other contracts in the meantime. I don't know if I mentioned this in the video or not, but I ran out of money paying the AI workers because I was working multiple fields at once. So I had to, I was paying the workers, hiring some extra help, and couldn't afford it. So I had to sell the canola. I sold the trailer. So this day has been nothing but problems. We still got the land we're standing on. We still got, the class that's paid off, used but still good condition, low hours. We got a couple garages, we got our tent, we got our land for now, but we don't have anything else, man. A tractor, two garages, a little piece of land, a little tent. Like, and we haven't even touched Gramps' $1 million loan, like his debt that we didn't even get to see a penny of. The bank seized everything, and he's out here hustling us. Today's been nothing but problems. It's been a very, very problematic day or month of September. I'm ready to go to bed, wake up in October, and just get started fresh. So until next time, guys, oh man, I gotta get some sleep. This has been a nightmare. Thanks for watching.